So, Natasha, you think I'm talking to myself, do you? Well, probably am, but 58 views, 27 comments means that I'm talking to who? I don't really give a fuck what you think anyhow, because who are you to me? You don't know me, I don't want to know you, so told you to butt out of my shit, and that's just telling you now that to butt out of my shit. Obviously, you got the message from DD or Clint or whoever. I'll tell you my week at the moment. My mum's in hospital at the moment, had a heart attack 2 days ago. So fuck yous, motherfuckers. I've got better things to do than reply to your shitty fucking comments on YouTube. So you tell me, life is life. My mum's had a triple bypass in the past 12 hours or whatever it is, 16 hours, I can't remember. So do you think I've got more things to worry about than your trashy comments on DD page and freaking on YouTube? I haven't even gone to the DD page, and guess what? I'm going to go there now. Let's have a look at what shit she spun. Obviously, someone told you that this was up. I don't give a fuck who told you, really, because technically, as I said, I've got better things to think about, worse things to think about. So, almost lost my dad in February, and now my mum's not well. Okay, something about Twitch. He's put up a video from, which is fine. I don't give a fuck. It is a video for the movie. Who's this? Terry Litsky. Yeah, in the shed. So it's my studio. We can have it wherever I want. And I tell you what, Terry, you won't be fucking invited. Rebecca Blackwood, you're still commenting. Single camera. Yeah, we know there's little errors there. Someone wanted to see what the old house was like. We don't care how many views, how many things. And no, it wasn't on a phone, Mandy. It was on an iPad Pro. And again, how's your bag over your head going? You said it, you trolls. Yeah, have two X's. Who gives a shit? Again, you can't tell me what to do with my social media. Apparently, someone writing on Facebook they are in the production is a legal binding contract. It is actually. I'm not taking advantage of anyone. They did it because they wanted to do it. You know, and I can show the movie wherever I like, DD, if I want. I took over his Facebook because he wasn't allowed to have it. That's why. He was only 13. Streams on Netflix. Got 26 views that day. Probably half of you wankers. I don't really care. You're just rambling. You think I ramble. This is just bullshit. You know, you've done 5 posts and talked about my shit. I don't give a fuck. These guys are fucking wankers. Fucking trolls. Terry Liskey, I don't even fucking know you. You look like some... How's your fucking forehead going, mate? Rebecca, usual shit. Tried to find out where your fucking phone number was the other day so I could ring you to calm down. Seems a lovely chappy. Here we go, Natasha. Random rate, utilising my name and telling me to go fuck yourself. Well, I didn't actually say that. I just said go and get fucked. I didn't say fuck yourself. I think something about my mental health. Yeah, well, I'm an advocate of something. No idea has quickly turned around. Oh, yeah, nastiest. Whatever. If you can't, your 2 comments on Today Tonight were enough to stir the hornet's nest in shit lips. You do stalk because you come into my fucking YouTube after obviously saying someone said something to you and you stalk it. Have a pleasant day. You have a fucking pleasant day, you stupid cunt. There you go. Write that on your stream. And yeah, I don't use that word very often, but it was warranted just then. Let me just repeat myself. My mother is in hospital at the moment, so I would just tread very fucking carefully. And I've been to Adelaide 3 times in the past 2 days. So, yeah. Next question, Mrs. Robinson. And Clint, thanks for the conversation the other day. It actually made my day. And Paddy actually saw some of your comments too, and he thought, what a fucking wanker. So, yeah. No respect. And as I said before, I'll screen them wherever I want to screen them. Because one, yous motherfuckers won't be invited. And if you turn up here, you'll be marched straight back out. And Mr. Terry Litsky, who the fuck you are, and I've never ever met you and I don't want to meet you. If you turned up at my fucking door, you'd be told to leave. So, yeah. You want proof of what we're doing and you want proof of when we're going to release something. I gave you something then. And we'll release it when we're ready because it's my stuff or it's our stuff. It's not your stuff. So, DD, stick it up your jumper as far as you can put it. And, you know, again, 34 followers there to my 500 and something, and almost got more followers on YouTube than you, and I've got more followers on Twitch than you. So you tell me who's doing better. But it's nothing about followers, is it? No, it's about the content that you produce is shit. My stuff might be shit, but you just waffle on. And I'll tell you why I took my son's Facebook account off of him, because he wasn't allowed to have it. We set it up, him and I set it up. Then we were told by his mum, you can't have one. So I used it when my Facebook got reported, which I'm allowed to do, and I changed my name. It just said Caleb on the top. You know, not the username. Anyhow, that got reported because it said it was a fake profile, which technically it wasn't, because it was me. And I lost my Facebook months ago, my proper Facebook, due to someone reporting it that I had for fucking 12 years. And I lost photos and all sorts of shit that I'll never ever get back. So I don't really care. I've lived without Facebook. I can still go on your page without liking it or being your friend, DD. It's public. So Mandy as well, you know, there's so many wankers out there. Mandy, you should just get a life, maybe. Maybe Natasha, you need to go and see your about your mental health. Clint told me to go and see my shrink, and I told him I've got an appointment today at 12 o'clock. Talk to my doctor. So, and I've got a diabetes appointment as well with him. So, yeah, I don't mean to call you a cunt, Natasha, but that's what you are. You went and talked about today tonight. I friended you on Facebook, and I was on there for ages, and all I saw was whinging about this and about that. And I certainly didn't whinge on my Facebook. But again, you can do whatever you want on your Facebook. It's your social media, and I'll stream whatever I want on my Twitch. It's my Twitch and it's my YouTube, and just about over it. And in a shed, whatever your fucking name was. I'm sure your shed's fucking great too, man. I've got 2 sheds. On a big telly too, Terry. The size of a kitchen bench top, mate. Whoever the fuck you are, Terry. He wasn't standing for his cue. The guy behind the white car, he wasn't meant to be there. I can blank it out later. Yeah, there's bad light glare. There's meant to be. Can't stop the light when the sun's going down. Well, this is my favourite. The guy at the end of the driveway that realises he's in the shot. He realised that. But again, this is all, it can be all edited and reworked and whatever. I'm still happy that you can see my YouTube. But the other thing is really, 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 really funny is we have a new YouTube and you won't find it. And there's over 700 clips on there. He's the bad guy. He's stalking her. She's a nurse. That's meant to be the hospital driveway. And that's the guy is actually, it wasn't filmed on the camera. It was filmed on, oh, here we go. She knows everything about filming. It was filmed on an iPad Pro, Mandy. Get a bag for your head. I think I said that before. Way too inconsistent. I forgot DD, that you were the supreme commander of fucking filmmaking. I want to see your shit. Okay, suffering from Caroline's, what is it? Character by disillusion. Does the patient have delusional disorders and need treatment at false belief of impression? Psycho. Blaming Today Tonight for mythical. That's pretty bad there. That's mental health stuff, and you should stay away from it. If you don't know anything about it, you should stay away. I don't have delusional disorder. I have borderline personality disorder. There you go. And half the people in the X crew would tell you that. And cast, I've had it for over 10 years, and I'm a lot better than I was. I used to cut myself pretty fucking bad. So again, if you want me to start cutting myself again, I would fucking stop. And that's not a warning. I'm just saying. No one's interested in blocking you in here, Chitty. You're welcome to come here. Of course, well, you can't block me because technically, you know, this is all I see. I'll put it in the chat of this. I see this. As anybody sees if they're just looking without logging in. And yeah, thanks for your shout outs on the videos. Thanks for the views. Yeah, she is an ex-cop. Yeah, it's on a public page and you shouldn't be sharing it because it's not your right to share it. How's that sound? How's that sound? I've got my vape working, but it's not working. Something's going on with it. So no one's saying anyone can put up 20 retweets just saying that 20,000 retweets is not achievement. But I put my other stuff up. And guess what? It's not public now, so you can't see it. They're laughing at me. I don't give a fuck. Pal. I don't care if people are laughing at me. You don't have to look at my videos. I don't want them to. Apparently writing on Facebook, no, you've missed it. Writing in Messenger saying, oh, I'll be part of the film is basically a verbal agreement to say they're going to be in it, and a legally binding document because they've said they're going to be in it with their fucking face on it. But I've cut people out, so it doesn't matter. I didn't take advantage of anyone. They, again, stepped in front of the camera. No one forced them to step in front of the camera. But we don't have to release anything. What do you mean nothing? Chilling with 50 with kids online. What's wrong with that? I never ever said anything bad online. We were just playing a game. You know, that's pretty. Are you accusing me of being a pedophile, TD? If you're accusing me of being a pedophile, you better bring some fucking proof, because that there is defamation. Oh, don't worry, we'll find who you are. Find out who you are one day. I wouldn't say it's shitty merchandise, but again, who gives a fuck what you think anyhow? We do have moles in your shitty production, but you have done barely anything worth of note in the past. Yes, we have. You don't know what we did last week and what we're doing in the next few weeks. Tell me who the moles are then. They report things. It's limited because what we're doing. We didn't need 15 people on set last week. We only had 4 of us. We can have as many as we like. Technically, we're only allowed to have 10 on set anyhow. So, because of COVID. Read the law. But attack women's disability in a vile manner. But you've got to remember that Jackie said that she's got one arm and she doesn't care what people think. And I've never ever. I've said, you know, she even calls herself the one-armed bandit. So, you know, absolutely disgusting. But you can tease the shit out of my son for being disabled. 19th of October. We're still going. I don't understand that people of others bringing their family into it. They are the ones that mention their family. They're the ones that said the child isn't even on Facebook, and they were the ones that took over the child's account. Yeah, because they're the ones that pictures of their family all over. Yeah, because it's why not? They're the ones that bring up the kid's disability and age when no one else did without the child's consent. Come on. Of course, Mandy needs a bag on her head. Who cares? I'm calling people sluts. I just called fucking, what's her name? Natasha a fucking cunt. So the whole thing is you guys talk the talk, but you expect me not to say anything back. It's a verbal agreement, exactly. No contracts, remember that. But Natasha, you know, you said something, so I'm going to reply, you know, and lovely chappy. Don't call me chappy. Don't call me dude either. No one's you. Oh, I see this response 101. Care factor. You've posted 3 comments about me as well. I don't really care, Natasha, you poor unfortunate individual. You're trying to defend yourself, and how shit behaviour, you said. I just got tiring reading up random people and they're then putting them on the shit list. Well, you're on a fucking shit list. Do you know what a shit list means? Take it to your next random rant, mister. Well, I'm calling you out, Natasha, because, you know, 12 hours ago you posted that at 6 o'clock, and then you decided to drop something on my YouTube about the same time, and you called me dude. Don't call me dude. No one calls me dude. You know what a dude is? It's a camel's dick. So I'm definitely not a camel's dick. So I'll just repeat. My mum is not well at the moment. She's in hospital. She's had a heart attack, and I don't need this shit. So if you guys, but I've said some things today, and it's 20 past 6 in the morning. I've been up since 1. You know, I don't really care. The link above is what? Nothing else. Now I'm muted you, Natasha. I might unmute you a bit later, depending. Maybe Sunday. What's the day? Friday. When things start to pipe down, you know, in the hospital and stuff like that, I'll unmute you so you can have your good say again. But technically, DD, you're pretty low with some of those comments. Calling me a pedophile, and like I was playing with some kids the other day. One was 9 and one was 12. One was from America and one was from Australia. His dad was standing next to him when I was talking to him, and we won a couple of games of Fortnite. It was just like, and I tried to invite my son to get my son in the game so he can play with these kids, and I can sit back and just chill out with them as well. Fortnite there is an age difference between mine, and I know a guy that's 74 playing it, and technically all of us that play have fun. I can go into Call of Duty and get into lobbies there. You get called a cunt and all sorts of shit. But again, that's the gaming world, and that's what has been happening for the last 20 odd years with gaming. Before the internet started too, before streaming started. So are you calling me a pedophile, DD? Because if you are, you're stepping on dangerous ground there. Someone called me a pedophile once at a basketball game, and the club that I was coaching for, I didn't do anything bad. I just let it roll. Told the club he was playing for, and he got suspended for 2 weeks, and then the association found out, and he got suspended for another 5. And that's sport, not the internet. So, but my slate's clean. I'm untouchable with that shit, and I haven't even done anything wrong. So if you think that's an avenue you want to go down, go for it. And calling me a rock spider, which someone did, and that's Jessica's sister. I did nothing to anyone. It was all talk. There was rumours going around that I slept with half the cast, half the female cast, and that's bullshit. Absolute crap. And the thing is, I find out these things going down the track 3 months later when things are all finished or we do whatever, and we can have as many people on set as we want. I told you that. But we can only have 10 at this time because of COVID. And we make sure we check the laws before we start. And I want to know who the moles are, because technically the only moles I can think of are the ones in Adelaide, and we haven't filmed in Adelaide for months. Now, we were going to film in Adelaide this weekend. Because my mum's sick, we cancelled. So you tell me who the moles are. We don't even use it. We don't even use Facebook Messenger anymore. We use text message or Instagram message. So we don't even use that chat anymore. So that chat lays dormant. So if your moles are sitting in that chat, they're sitting there doing nothing. And we don't want people like that on our set. And it's not just me that feels hurt by it. It's the people that I work with at the moment. They can't trust anyone. And they're the people you're having go at with the acting, like you did with Wayne there. Why is he standing there? Why is he? Yeah, he's the stalker in Alone. It's from Alone. And the killer and the murderer. So, I haven't written half that stuff. It's been written by Wayne and Paddy and a few others. And Leach. So it's a different genre for me. I just worry about my war stuff and my Palantir. And Palan Saga is almost finished. I said to the other guys the other day, I want to finish Palan off completely, and we're going to go complete different direction with it for Palan 3, and we will release it when we're ready. And it might not go to cinema the way the cinemas are at the moment. It might just go to YouTube. And if it goes to YouTube, it goes to YouTube. And then you guys can comment if you're on it. And I'm sure there'll be awesome nasty comments about me and the actors in it. Oh, that was really bad. That was a really bad angle. Who cares about the fucking angles? We do what we want. We can't have Clint on the set because Clint doesn't want to do it. So he was the one making the angles for the last films, or for Palan 1. When we first started, he was doing the angles. He'd ask me, what angle do you think is a good angle? And I said, you work it out. You were doing the thing. I'm just using the clapper and saying action. So, and then Shannon was helping out with the angles. And yeah, we had 2 or 3 cameras then, but we only have 1 or 2 now. And we have the gimbal, which you think it's still a fucking, whatever you think it is, a stand. You know, and we have a studio camera, which we haven't used properly yet because we haven't done anything in the studio for a couple of months. Because we're tied down with COVID. We couldn't have anybody here, over 10 people here. So we had 10 people once here. 10. And we had 2 people that came. 2 people were left and went home, and then we had another couple of people come in. So technically we had 12 people, but then there wasn't 10. There wasn't 12 on set. It was 10. So we don't care about the investor bullshit anymore. If you don't think there was investors, that's up to you. It doesn't worry me, and I'm not going to divulge any names because technically they pulled themselves out when the Today Tonight shit happened. They didn't want to be involved with it. Now, I started off this being a rant, and now we've talked about films and stuff, and that's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Natasha's fucking twice removed fucking mole on her face. I want to talk about movies and doing shit and not sitting on my ass and, you know, I sit on my ass and play games, but that's different. You know, I want to you know, in the last few weeks I've been doing whippersnipping for the council at the Copper Coast Council and what is it, York Peninsula Council, because technically just wanted to do something in the community. You're going to hold that against me? Like helping the community, and Clint would say this too, to, you know, clean up for bushfire season. That's what we're doing, and I've enjoyed it. I did it yesterday, and then I shot off to the hospital. So, and then drove back last night. I'm absolutely fucking tired. But that's what you do for family. So I'm enjoying that, you know, and it, you know, picking up rubbish and doing whippersnipping and looking after the environment and whatever. You know, and I've got my hobby farm that I've fuck-assing around with. You know, the rooster's crowing at the moment, if you can hear it. You know, and I get like 2 dozen eggs, every 10 days. And usually I give them away. And yes, I do eat a few eggs, and I'm still trying to be that vegan person. But it's hard. It's bloody hard. So I started this video off as a bit of a, like, I am sorry that I've swore, and I'm sorry, Natasha, calling you a cunt, but if you're gonna type something or write something about me, expect to get something back if I can't type it back. If I was on that site now, I'd let you fucking have it. And there'd probably be an argument this side of, and probably I would have messaged you, but you probably would have blocked me. But it doesn't matter anyhow, because you unfriended me ages ago anyhow. And then technically I don't have any Facebook. You know, and, you know, someone actually said to me the other, this is a few months ago now, oh, you got Natasha on your Facebook? And I went, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, why? Oh, she rambles. And I said, doesn't anyone? Doesn't everyone? So I basically stuck up for you. And that's one of your friends on there. I'm not going to tell you who it is because I actually can't remember. So, but check your friends list there, Natasha. You might have a mole. You know, and, you know, if I've got moles on my Instagram, so fucking be it. You know, I can't sit there. I look at, there's 900 people on there. I went through it the other day and I went, I can't even pick anyone out that's a mole. And you've put pictures up of my, you know, of my Instagram, you've put pictures up of the Palin Snapchat. Not Snapchat. There is a Palin Snapchat. Don't even use it. On the Palin TikTok, um, which was created for the movie, but then my son used it, and then I was using it for different Fortnite stuff. And who cares what was on there? It was just content that we enjoyed watching or whatever. I have my own TikTok myself now, so good luck finding that one. If you find it, who cares? It's just a bit of fun. Who knows how long we're going to have TikTok for, anyhow? Um, yeah, and I closed my Insta up and made it private, and everybody has to, always, if I get a follower, I'll check it out and say, oh, do I know you? Because I had one the other day with Palin, and this guy, oh, I didn't know it was a personal. It's not a personal account; it's a movie account for a movie. He went, oh, okay, and I said, yeah, I can add you, but you'll be on a tight leash. So if you do something wrong, you'd be unfollowed. So and he was friends with Jesse Smith, a mutual friend. So I don't know how. He just said, I like your content, like your pictures and stuff, and I said, well, that's fine. And I've got a photography page too. So and I put pictures up of scenery and cars and bikes and shit. So if you think it's wrong, DD, for me to play games with children on Fortnite, if you think that's wrong, report my Fortnite account. Report it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll type it in. This will help you. And you know what? Report it. Report it after Halloween. There it is. There. That's my Epic account. Report it. See how far you get, because they keep records of every game or conversation you have. They can go back and have a look at it. And I said nothing wrong, but had a bit of a laugh with these kids. And they knew I was streaming, and one of their dads, was next to him talking and knew I was streaming and never said anything. So that's my Epic account. Go ahead and report it if you want. You might as well, because everybody's reported my fucking Facebook when it was up, and it got fucking taken down. So report that. See how far you get. I do have another Epic account, by the way, so if you do that, I can still play. So go for it. There's some work for you to do, DD, when you're sitting at home wondering what you're going to do with yourself tonight. Anyhow, well, let's talk about movies. Let's change the subject. Before we do that, I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that. You got to go. You got to go. I wanted to actually say, let's just talk about movies, maybe. What is everyone's favourite movie? Let's just talk about that. You can comment below. My favourite movie would be Top Gun. All-time favourite is Top Gun, then Titanic. I have like other ones like St. Elmo's Fire, 16 Candles, those type of genre of movies. John Hughes is a legend, legendary writer and director. Back to the Future, that saga was pretty cool. Star Wars is obviously I love Star Wars. I'm looking forward to the new one coming out on Disney, The Mandalorian. I've watched the first series. Can't wait to watch the second series. Looking forward to that. I think that comes out on 30th of October. I'm actually watching like you talked about the Netflix thing. Well, it's free Netflix for someone that wants to watch it if they want to. I don't care if you watch it or not. And it sat there and I wasn't even home, and it sat there and rolled along, and then it stopped, and you just don't click on it if you don't want to watch it. Simple. But you guys want to click on everything and find out about everything and stuff like that, and hopefully, to be honest with you, hopefully we have a trailer in a couple of weeks for at least one of the movies, so you guys can pick the shit out of it. And what I'm going to do is I'll make it public, but I'll turn the comments off, so then I don't have to watch the comments. But actually, I might leave them open, and you guys can go your hardest if you want. But I'm sure everybody will have something to say about it. But also, I'm sure that there will be people that will say, "Oh, well, that's not bad," or "That's not good," And I'm not claiming to be the best fucking director or actor in the world. I'm far from that, and I know that. And I take the piss out of myself if you look on my, I think it's my Twitter saying really bad actor and even worse director. Take the piss out of myself. Sarcasm as well. So I'm sure Clint's got up there best fucking cameraman ever. The way he talks, he might as well be the best cameraman ever. And that goes with the people that we've had on set to be acting. A few of them said, "Oh well, I don't reckon I can act." I remember Shannon said, "I'm going to give this a go, but I don't know how good I'll be." No one ever said, "Oh, I'm going to win an Academy Award in the first fucking year." I don't even fucking say that, and I don't even think that. Never have. And I know that I'm not that great, and I know I've got this happening and that happening. So the mental health thing, I've told you, like I've said it at the beginning of the video. I have borderline personality disorder. It's a disorder that I've had for 10 years, and it's manageable with tablets and a bit of counselling. I don't think I've got anything else. Maybe I've got a bit of schizophrenia. Who knows? I don't know. Undiagnosed. But I spent 2 weeks in a mental health ward to get that diagnosis. And I did a lot of study on it, and I know that what triggers me and what doesn't trigger me. But I'm definitely not delusional. Delusional is what you do, DD. It's delusional stalking. That's what it is. And again, maybe I have to go down the track of getting it stopped. But then again, it gives you a sense of belonging, like anything in the world. You have your little friends there that help you out, and I'm sure Clinton passes on information. Because how the fuck did Natasha Robinson find that video unless she's looking at my YouTube? So, yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my ex-wife to call me, and we'll talk about your page with my son on it. How's that sound? She's going to be probably shitty with me because she goes, "How did you let your son be on it?" But she knows he was on. He's been on TikTok forever and a day. Can you call me when you can? It might not happen in this video. Being caught to 7 on a Friday, she might be almost ready to go to work, starting at 7 o'clock. Or she might be on late shift. I don't know what her schedule is. But let's see if she calls. I'll pull on speaker and you guys can listen. Why not, DD? I can tell you now that I'm going to get in the shit anyhow for the beginning of it. But I want to know if you're going to get in the shit. If she's going to hunt you down. I wonder. The other thing is that I don't want to cause any hassle with anyone or for anything. But again, you cross the line putting my son on your page with a picture. So he's a minor, and yeah, he's been in the movie as well. He wears that sniper suit. He's in there, and she said that's fine. He can be in it. You're there. But yeah, well, let's talk about. Fucking, I'm just about over it. Really, talk about nothing. The weather is pretty shit here today. It's overcast. We had a storm last night. It's good, lightning and thunder. The dog didn't like it much, but this afternoon going to Adelaide to see. No, I'm not going. Sorry, we had a family meeting last night, and it was suggested that I take a break and go in there on Sunday, which I will do. So that's the way it is. Internet's actually holding up well today, Rebecca. It's not fidgeting. It's not breaking up. It's holding up well. Maybe I might stream some Netflix. Should come into my stream. Let me know you're there, so I can say hello and then ban you. Not YouTube. You're talking Twitch. I wouldn't mind it being banned. Oh my god. I don't think she's got a call. So we'll leave it there, but I'll just show you the message to prove to you that actually. Oh shit, I can't see. I can't see. It's a bit too high here. A little bit there. There we go. Can you please give me a call? And again, if we're filming with our phones, who really cares? The gimbal works pretty well with the phone set up in it, and we use an iPad Pro as well, which is nothing wrong with that. I was going to buy a $4,000 camera at one stage, and I had the money to buy it because I took 10 grand out of my super, which the government let us do, and I had about 6.5 left, and the four grand computer was sitting there. And I'm about to click on it, and I'm like, nah, fuck it. We'll just run with what we've got. And then I went and had a look at a gimbal, and then I got the gimbal. So, but Clint would tell you, Clint would tell you as well, the gimbal is still very good to use. The 4 grand Sony would have been nice. I'm sure he would have said, I would have got that. But yeah, 4 grand between $169 to $200, a little bit of difference. But people see us when we film. We don't always. And we've had another Wayne Willoughby on set, with us with a Canon, not just taking photos but doing footage. Andrew has a Pentax that can do both, and I've asked him a couple of times if he wanted to do footage, and he said yes, he would, and he has. So it's not all done by camera, by phone camera. So, and again, if we do it by phone camera, that's our own prerogative. And yes, the glare from that fucking video is bad, but the sun was going down, and we were about, I think that was the last scene of the day, technically. And it doesn't look that bad. It can be changed. And that person that ducked out of the thing was Michael. He went down to the car there and realised, oh shit, we're filming, and ducked behind the thing. Could be easily changed. And if you're looking that hard at mistakes, have a look at Lord of the Rings when the fucking car drove over was on the mountain driving, and there's a fucking, in the middle of fucking Mondor or Hobbit Town. You know? The other day we were filming through a window, like out the front, and we could see ourselves in the window. And I'm like, oh, we can change that, I think. But then the next time we filmed out the front of where we were, we hid behind each other. So it's all a learning thing, and anybody would tell you that. And DD, you know, if you're going to be that picky, you're not a critic. That's the thing. You're not. I wouldn't even listen to you even if you like. You're not a critic. You're not a fucking Bill Collins, who's not with us anymore. But you're not a. I'm trying to think of someone that does. Oh, Richard Wilkins. You're not Richard Wilkins, DD. You're just someone that has a say on social media that supposedly works for ASIO, which was pretty funny. We actually rang ASIO to speak to you. We thought it was funny too. And the guy said, we can't put you through that extension, I'm sorry. And I said, well, okay, we just wanted to speak to this person that gave us this extension number. It took us 10 minutes on the phone. You didn't waste anybody's time because we were sitting there having a laugh as well with you. You know, I laugh with anyone. Some of the stuff that you do put up is funny. You know, there's a couple of memes there that are funny as fuck. And I did laugh. You know, but the writing itself and the having a go at, and you know, is pretty poor. It's not a good entertainment, and pretty derogatory. You know, and okay, I've said things that I've typed out as well that probably I shouldn't. You know, I think I called you a slut, and your fucking hallway is your vagina's like a hallway. You've said I've got a little dick, and technically I have. I don't really care. You know, it's not the fucking size of the boat; it's the motion of the ocean. I don't know if you've heard that saying, and I'm sure that'll go up on the page. That'll be, and I'll probably laugh at it. Depends on the context how you do it. You know, and you've called me fat. Yeah, I have weight issues. You know, and I remember someone saying, let's not get into the old fat shaming. But I've been fat all my life since I was like 9. So do you think I've, got used to that and have a thick skin on that? I'm not 137 kilos anymore either. I was that like 10 years ago. I'm about, I think, 102 or something. Maybe a little more. But we're coming out of winter and going into summer, so I'll lose that weight because I don't eat a lot in summer because it's too hot. And, everybody has issues like with their weight and stuff. If you don't, and you're skinny and you can eat anything, congratulations. More power to you. But And we accept anyone on set, and we have. We've also had some fucking wankers on set too. Not saying the old crew. I'm not meaning the old crew. There's other stuff that has happened. We had a guy come to a set and he goes, "Where's the big movie trucks?" And I'm like, "There isn't any, dude. Are you kidding me? Where's this?" And I didn't talk it up. I just said, "This is what we'll have on set, and this is like we'll have boxes of costumes and this and that and this and that." But I never said there'd be big movie lights and fucking trucks. And that's when I was driving a Hyundai Accent, I think, and rocked up, and he's like looking and getting the stuff out of the car, and people were there, Andrew and Michael and a couple of others, like helping getting stuff out of the car. And that's what he said to Andrew. He said, "Where's the big movie truck?" I don't know what he expected. We're small. We are small. We're South Australian small hobby production company. There you go. That's what I say to people. It's a hobby for me. It's yeah. It's a hobby. It certainly doesn't make me any money. I spend more money on props and fucking costumes than I do anything else. And merch. And you reckon my merch is shitty? Okay, whatever. My shitty merch. Okay, that's shitty. That's obviously shitty. DD, get some merch. Let's see your shitty merch. Coffee cups. You know, we don't care. To be honest with you, I don't care if anyone buys it. It doesn't bother me. I'm happy to give it away, just for a bit of fun, just for shits and giggles. I used to make wrestling shirts for myself, and I think I got 20 done, and I gave away 15, and 5 people bought shirts, and I gave them a discount as it was. It's given away, just have a bit of fun with them. Coming up to coming up to an hour. So, Natasha, I am sorry, I apologise, and I might change the title of this to Natasha, I'm sorry. But again, if you're going to talk shit about me and type shit about me, expect shit back. You know, that's the world we live in. You know, you started it, I now continued it. If you want to comment more, we continue it until we decide to stop it. And enjoy the video. You know, enjoy it. Get the views up, mate. 58 views, 64 views for the next one. I know this might get about 60 odd. Let's take a bet. 60 views, you reckon? 63 views. I'll write it here now. I reckon it'll get. If you guys want to write what you think it'll get, write it in the thing. And then that's the other thing. Clint said to me the other day, he goes, "Oh, you delete comments." I said, "I'm not going to delete any more comments because you're making yourself look stupid anyhow." I might look stupid, but you guys commenting look stupider. You know, and then he said about, "Oh, you need 400 views to even be thought about streaming or be affiliated." Not on Twitch, mate. On YouTube, yes. On Twitch, I just need my viewers. That's all I need. All right. Do your research, he said. I'm like, yeah, you do your research on Twitch and I'll do my research on YouTube. Because I know I'm not going to get 400 views on YouTube, but I might get close to 100, maybe. Let's make, actually, I reckon I'll get 105. Let's change that. I've got one person watching at the moment and has been for the last hour. Could be Clint. Who knows? Could be DD herself. She would never expose herself on here that we know. It might be Helen. I can't be Helen because I've been there, so it can't be her. All right, catch you later. Have fun. Have a good day, and let's think about my mum at the moment. Because technically that's what I'm thinking about. Catch you, bye.